Barbenheimer is the title given to the two movies that somehow entirely broke the internet faster than Shane Dawson broke Shopify with his Jeffree Star conspiracy palette. Although it is a meme title, Barbenheimer, if you hear it, you know what we're talking about. These two blockbusters, Barbie and Oppenheimer, were both released on the same exact day of July 21st, 2023. And the shockwave that would occur because of these two unrelated movies is entirely insane. I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm Sam, your favorite gamer / artist / commentary-ish YouTuber. And today we're going to be talking about the Barbenheimer epidemic. First of all, a couple shout-outs. Creds to my amazing friend, Finnick, for the thumbnail of this video. It is fucking hilarious, and I love it. All of their social media is going to be in the description, at Blue Soap. And also, one of my other best friends, Kat, Silent Atsu, and also my friend Sky have been making really amazing thumbnails and content for my Twitch and just for my brand in general, and I fucking appreciate it so much more than they will ever realize. So yeah, time to get into the chaos. I want to start this video by talking about the Barbenheimer effect on my personal life. So I work at a movie theater, and like, holy shit, it has been crazy. Like, every single day it has been so busy. People are entirely fucking up these theaters. Like, if you work at the movies, you'll get it because it has been like crazy. It seems like everything is always falling apart. Like, every single thing is just breaking all of the time, and we have old people and young people alike sitting there yelling at us about literally everything. And I honestly don't know why anybody thought releasing both movies at the same time was going to be okay, but it was horrid. And it is completely, like, it's died down now at the time of making this video, because I didn't have time to work on it, so I'm a month late. But it has just actually, like, genuinely been insane, and it's honestly just been crazy, and as all good retail workers do, we gotta just shut the fuck up and take shit from customers and still give the best experience to the customer as possible. It is so, like, stressful, and it's gonna be like this for a very long time. Like, every single time, I mean, listen, like, it's died down, but especially because we had National Cinema Day, if you guys know what I'm talking about, and just like every single time a new blockbuster comes out, it's like we are treated like absolute shit, lines out the door, and we just have to suck it up and deal with it. And like, I get it, both movies were great, and I don't blame everybody for flooding theaters, but for the love of God, guys, can we try to be a little nicer to the workers at your local theater? Like, they're genuinely trying their best, and I could make a whole video talking about the mistreatment of retail workers, but that is not this video. I just think it's important to touch on that because movie theaters all around the US are screwed from how busy it's been and working insane hours. But yeah, no, it's just, like, honestly been crazy, and I just, like, honestly, I knew that it was going to be popular, like, I knew the movies were going to be popular, but it being this popular, I am genuinely shocked. I am genuinely shocked that this many people came to see. Like, we have been having, like, thousands of people come in, and I work at a small theater, so it's been insane. One of the major things that have been talked about with Barbie specifically is all of the feminist discourse. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but everybody saw Barbie, and everybody either was like, oh yeah, okay, it's feminist, as expected. And then everybody else was just like, oh my god, feminism, oh my god, I hate it. And everybody has so many different opinions on it. Some think that Barbie is sexist towards men. Some think it's promoting a matriarchy. Some even think it's secretly conservative. Shu, I love you, but I'm really confused. And overall, I think everybody is completely wrong, and I actually plan on making a review and video essay about Barbie, but that's for another video. I don't want to get too much into it today. But I think the men getting angry about Barbie or refusing to see it are exactly the ones that Barbie was making fun of. Many of my family members side-eyed me when I went to go see Barbie. Like, guys, I'm a feminist. Like, the truth is, this movie is by feminists for feminists. Well, and by that I mean, besides the obvious Mattel advertising and the 2016 corporate BuzzFeed feel, because let's be so for real, it was entirely corporate and pandering, but if we maybe pretend that it was written and produced by women, then it'll be okay. But anyway, they got their point across pretty well other than that. They were obvious about their feminist POVs because we need to be. We need to be obvious about it. There are many, many movies that have underlying woke messages, so why can't we be more direct about it? Like, it's fucking Barbie. It's completely feminist, and if you didn't expect that from this movie, then you're slightly stupid. And it's just like, we spend so long just like having the underlying messaging of in different, even in kids stuff. Like, I'm not saying we gotta be directly political in kids cartoons, like, no, that's not okay, but directly pointing out sexism and racism and stuff in media is not a bad thing. Like, it is a problem that is happening, and if you are like having an underlying tone of like, wow, this is kind of like racist, or this is kind of sexist, but like it's not directly said in the media, then it's like there's really like no like point. Like, I mean, of course, if that's not your main goal, like if your main plot point is something different, then who cares? But if your main goal is to talk about sexism or homophobia or racism or anything, and you're not as direct about it, you're kind of just screwing yourself over. And also, not to mention, if you don't like the movie, don't go see it. And I don't think this movie was meant to like educate. I think it was meant for people who already have feminist opinions. It has a very joking manner to its message, which simply won't land if people disagree with it. Like, if you don't already know about feminism and about what we stand for, then you're not gonna understand the point of it. And again, I don't want to go into too much detail about all this, because I want to do that in my video essay, but it's like, holy shit, did people not watch the entire movie? It feels like people like Ben Shapiro have such a severe lack of thought when they see something they remotely disagree with. And speaking of Ben Shapiro, the way he literally showed up to Barbie with a fucking clipboard to hyperanalyze the movie he already knew he wasn't gonna like. Like, how fucking boring do you have to be to bring a clipboard to a movie theater? He then proceeds to make not one, not two, not even three.
Because I think you are going to be shocked. Because the young mother you're about to meet was not 16. She wasn't 15. She wasn't 14. She wasn't 13. She wasn't even 12.
But 4 videos discussing Barbie. Even my mom, who hates Barbie, thought his obsession with it was very strange. Overall, Ben Shapiro's takes were just very like, feminism is bad, instead of actually experiencing the nuance of the film. To discuss more about Ben Shapiro's lack of nuance, I would recommend the Queer Kiwis video, Ben Shapiro Has No Media Literacy. Not that she needs me to give her channel more viewers, but I love her so much anyway. But it was a great video, and definitely inspired some of this segment of the video. I think honestly nobody is more obsessed with this film than Ben Shapiro, but it's okay. He's so baby girl. Look at him.
Paige says, "Are you able to bake a pie? If not, why am I such a cutie pie?" I don't see the correlation between baking pie and being a cutie pie. My kids are cutie pies. They cannot bake pie. So hypothetically.
Anyway, I'll stop. I'm sorry. No, he's a horrible person. But on a real note, he literally didn't understand, like, any of it. I don't see how he missed, like, the extremely, like, clear points of the fucking movie. Moving on to the Heimer part of Barbenheimer, I want to talk about shitty Twitter discourse. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's not Twitter anymore, it's X. Didn't mean to dead name, I'm sorry. Anyway, so somebody on Twitter tweeted this masterpiece. And this tweet ended up receiving huge backlash for, like, good reason, honestly. As the community notes proudly explain, the movie is about Oppenheimer's life and story, and Oppenheimer never met a Japanese person before. I don't even mean to, like, try to be all like, oh, movies have to be realistic. But, like, honestly, like, what would be the point in having a Japanese person, like, specifically a Japanese person in the movie? Because, like, in that case, you would have to make it a part of the plot points. Like, first of all, it was retelling his life, and second of all, like, I don't understand, like, the Japanese weren't really in the US at the time, and if they were in fucking internment camps. So it's like, I don't see how they could have incorporated that. But, you know, I just think it's so funny that this was even a thought in somebody's mind. Like, there are so many good criticisms of this movie, and this is, like, not one of them. Like, the fact that you went to the movie theater and you were watching the movie, you were like, damn, like, this movie is long as shit. And there's no Japanese people. It's like, there is plenty of room for diversity in movies, but it would have absolutely been more pandering to force a fake Japanese character for the sake of diversity. Oppenheimer also, for some reason, brought up whether or not it was ethical to bomb Japan in World War II. And, like, we could get into the politics and history of it, but to be honest, like, of course it was unethical. The entire war was. I have yet to see the film, so I can't really speak on it too detailed, but from what I know, it wasn't talking about the war entirely, and more just Oppenheimer's life. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, yeah, guys, bombs aren't good. Like, yes, it shouldn't have happened. And at the time, it seemed like the only way to end the war. And I don't know how things would have changed if the bombs didn't drop, but it happened, and I see people literally tearing each other apart over whether or not nuclear bombs are good. Like, no shit. Like, it's like you're arguing over politics, like, that isn't even relevant. Like, yeah, it happened, and it's horrible, it happened, but it's like you're literally arguing with people on Twitter. For what? Literally for what? The last thing I want to talk about today is this tweet that says how Margot Robbie is a mid-actress and that she isn't super beautiful. Like, first of all, Margot Robbie is fucking gorgeous, and just because she posted a fucking picture of her with no makeup, like, she's gorgeous without makeup too. Like, absolutely gorgeous with or without makeup. But even, like, other than the obvious, this mentality entirely comes from an unchecked porn addiction. Like, men expect women to be the exact representation that we get in porn, and when that is just not how most women look, when it's not bubblegum pink, when that is literally not how most women look. It is not bubblegum pink. Margot Robbie is not mid. You have a porn addiction. Get a fucking girlfriend. And I'm just so fucking tired of the discourse, because it's like, you know what? I understand that I am not, like, considered, like, I'm not the beauty standard. I'm not considered conventionally attractive. But, you know, the fact that I'm treated like I literally don't have rights to speak when I'm told to shut up because I'm ugly, or because I have blue hair and pronouns, or when people argue with me over the stupidest shit, or when people harass me because I'm ugly or mid. And it's like the fact that, it's like I see that, I'm like, wow, like, damn, I'm really so sad about my self-esteem, like, I'm so sad, I hate myself, whatever. And then I realize Margot Robbie is being called mid and ugly on Twitter, and fucking Megan Fox got cheated on by the ugliest man alive. And then it's just like, wow, it is not about, like, actually the beauty standard or how actually ugly you are. Like, it is not about that. It is a power dynamic. Like, but there was this one video on TikTok that explained how, like, when guys comment on TikTok videos or, like, on any videos, like, I bet it's bubblegum pink, or, like, is it bubblegum pink? It's like they are taking that and they are using it as a power dynamic. They're explaining to you that you will never have, like, you will never have power. Whatever you're saying doesn't matter. And honestly, it's just, like, really, really disgusting, because it's like, I don't even know if most guys realize they're, like, doing this, and, you know, maybe they do, but it's just, like, it's just a constant reminder, a constant, like, no matter what you're saying, like, I'm gonna talk about your tits and your ass and your pussy, and it's just, like, disgusting. Anyway, so that is pretty much all I have to talk about in this video. I think that everything that has gone on with this movies, has been very, very insane and crazy. It definitely became summer blockbusters, like, it definitely did its job, but it's like, some of the shit that went on over this summer was genuinely fucking crazy to me. So, yeah, that's pretty much it on that. This is a commission that I did for my lovely boyfriend, Andrew. If you want a commission like that, or you want to see my work, my website will be in the description. You can email me to get a commission. I also have my Etsy shop, Sam Draws Store. Yeah. And I hope you all have a great day, and I love you. Goodbye.